Hi friends, it's Mrs. Huber, and today we are going to do a math lesson on subtraction. We're going to learn all about subtraction, and subtraction means to take away. So we're always going to start with a group of objects. Some are going to go away or we'll take them away, and then we're going to find out how many are left. And to do that, we're going to watch a little video called 5 Speckled Frogs. And I want you to watch, as you're watching, I want you to see what happens to the frogs every time one jumps into the water. And I also have a picture over here, and you can see of my 5 little speckled frogs that are sitting on a log. So I want you to draw a picture of your frogs sitting on a log, just like Mrs. Huber did. And then when we're finished watching the video, we are going to show what happened to our 5 speckled frogs by writing a subtraction sentence to match. All right, so first let's watch our 5 speckled frogs video.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 little speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool, where it was nice and cool. Now there are 4 green speckled frogs. Glub, glub. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 little speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool, where it was nice and cool. Now there are 3 green speckled frogs. Glub, glub. 1, 2, 3. 3 little speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool, where it was nice and cool. Now there are 2 green speckled frogs. Glub, glub. 1, 2. 2 little speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool, where it was nice and cool. Now there is 1 green speckled frog. Glub, glub. 1. 1 little speckled frog sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. He jumped into the pool, where it was nice and cool. Now there are no green speckled frogs. Glub, glub.
All right, so now that we have seen the video of our 5 speckled frogs, we are going to show what that looks like through drawing through our picture, through crossing out. And when we do subtraction, we cross out our picture. So you're going to get really good at crossing out your pictures with subtraction. So here are my 5 speckled frogs. Okay, let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 speckled frogs. And what happened to our frogs? Where did they go? They jumped into the water, right? So as we do our 5 speckled frogs, talk about them, we're going to write a subtraction sentence to match our picture. Okay, so we started with 5 speckled frogs. And how many jumped into the water first? 1. So I'm going to cross off 1 of my frogs. This one jumped into the water. So I'm going to write my number sentence to match. I started with 5 speckled frogs. And how many jumped into the water? 1. And how many are left? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. And we talked about addition in kindergarten, and we learned all about that. And we had a symbol called the plus symbol. Now we're no longer using a plus symbol because with subtraction, we use this symbol right here. And this is called a minus sign. And that always tells us to take away. So 5 is how many we started with. 1 is how many we took away or how many jumped into the water. And the 4 tells us how many are left. When we talked about our number bond, we always had a whole and 2 parts. And when you put those 2 parts together, you made the whole. Now with subtraction, we start with a whole, we take away one of those parts, and it gives us the remaining part, the other one that is left. Okay, so now let's take a look at our subtraction sentences and our speckled frogs. So how many frogs do we now have on our log? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 speckled frogs. I'm going to write that number 4 over here. 4. All right. And then what's going to happen when they jump into the water? How many more jumped in? 1 more. So let's cross off 1. All right. I had 4. I'm taking away 1 more. And how many frogs do you see that are left? Let's count. 1, 2, 3. Good. We have 3 speckled frogs that are left on the log. Good job. All right, let's keep going. So I started with 4. I took away 1. I have 3 left. All right, how many little frogs are now on my log? 3. Good. I'm going to write the number 3. I have 3. 1 more speckled frog jumps into the water. How many speckled frogs are now left on the log? Oops, Ms. Zuba wrote the wrong number. I'm sorry. So let's do that again. I had 3 frogs. 1 jumped into the water. Okay, count. How many are left? Let's count the frogs. 1, 2. Very good. 2 speckled frogs are left on the log. All right. Okay, how many frogs on our log now? 2. All right. How many are going to jump in the water? According to our story, right? 1 more. It's going to jump into the water, right? I'm going to use this symbol, the minus symbol. 2 frogs were on the log. 1 jumped into the water. Now, how many are left? Count them. 1. Very good. 1 frog is left. So I would say 2 take away 1 is 1. I think I have to kind of squeeze that in there a little bit. All right, let's try 1 more. How many frogs are on my log? 1. Okay, how many is going to jump into the water? 1 more. I started with 1. I'm going to take away 1. Oh my goodness, how many are left on the log? 0, right? And so I know that 1 take away 1 is 0. Okay, boys and girls, how many frogs are left on our log? 0, because they all jumped into the water. So this week, that's what we're going to be practicing. We're going to be practicing lots of stories and learning how to cross off and learning how to write subtraction sentences also. All right, boys and girls, I hope you had fun during my lesson. Now go and practice crossing off those speckled frogs all on your own. I'll see you next time.